Hi guys, welcome to the channel. CeeChronicles here. I post fragrance related content on this platform and do invite you to subscribe and join the family in case you're not yet subscribed. Now, to those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. We have another haul. So November has been a haul month. Okay, these are fragrances purchased off pocket, meaning these are fragrances that were not gifted. So I bought these fragrances with my own money. We're gonna unbox them together and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. But before then, I also received this fragrance. Okay, this is the fragrance that was released last month by Adolescence. Okay, and this was also purchased with my own money, so this is not a gift. I just thought to feature it first in case some of you guys have been seeing this fragrance from Steven, that's Adolescence, and you're wondering what it's all about. He went in partnership with VIVAMOR Perfumes and they created this fragrance called Main Character, and that is where it says VIVAMOR Perfumes X Adolescence. So we're gonna unbox it together. I haven't sniffed this fragrance. My partner is the one who actually bought it, and it comes with a fairly decent sized tester. Okay, so she kept the tester and she mailed this one because she knew that we needed to feature it on the channel. So here we go. This is Main Character, okay, by Adolescence. Already I'm liking the box. It is a very sturdy, okay, box. Let's get to the perfume and see. I'm trying not to rip things apart because I want to unbox this perfume on oh my god, I don't know, I think Maima will be able to do this. I don't want you to rip off the cellophane because I will want to unbox it again on Instagram and TikTok. Guys, when you do content creation, it's just crazy. While she's trying to get it out, let me talk about Proud Mary. Guys, this is your chance to get this fragrance. This is my creation, okay? Proud Mary Extrait de Parfum is a fragrance I created under Macedon Perfumes, a company we established, my partner and I, in 2024. Okay, so we have this fragrance, 120 ml, and on Black Friday through Cyber Monday, you'll be able to purchase this at over 50% off. Now, why this fragrance is still available is we're trying to get a pathway to ship internationally. So initially, it was available just in the United States, so we put some aside so that when we eventually get on with the international shipping, there'll still be some pieces left. So good thing is we did get international shipping now via MyUS. If you go on www.macedonperfumes.com, you click the bar right there at the top, then you follow prompts, then you'll be able to sync your account and get international shipping. And in this case, international shipping is going to be great, not only just for Proud Mary, because once you have an account with MyUS, then you can purchase anything from the United States and get it delivered in any part of the world. So grab yourself a bottle of Proud Mary on Black Friday. On the website, it's marked down. If you use my code C15, you get a further 15% off. So this fragrance you'll be able to get at a steal. Now, looks like Maima has managed to get into our package. I did think, yeah, okay, I was about to say I saw a little paper. Okay, so there is a card, right, with Adolescence Perfumes. It says Main Character. You're entering the room, you're entering the scene. The box is very secure, and that is the fragrance. It sits right there. Okay, there is some wording here which I'm not going to read. That is the packaging. So the VIVAMOR perfumes will come in this bottle. Okay, all of them will come in the same bottle. Okay, and okay, so while this dries down, I'm going to read now the notes. Okay, notes listers are pear blossom, Italian bergamot, pink pepper, white peach, and raspberry. Okay, certainly this is a fruity scent. All right, I get a fruity kick at the top there, and then the heart of this fragrance is French orris, Egyptian jasmine, and cotton candy. Very fruity, fluffy, sweet, girly. Yes, cotton candy type of scent is exactly what the space is smelling like right this minute. And then the base says velvet musk, okay, vanilla bean, sandalwood, and caramel. So that's the card that I was reading off of. Okay, so certainly, yes, this is a caramelized fragrance. It's sweet. It's certainly on the sweet side. The very first burst that I get there is pretty similar to what I get in pink sugar. Okay, but because I blabbed for so long, this fragrance is now seemingly transitioning to what feels like, of course, keeping that fruity top, that fruity sugary top, But as at the same time, now pushing forward the florals, okay? I am certainly getting florals here, but they're not turning green or anything. It's just a feel of that sugar note, that cotton candy note, the caramel note, the vanilla, that sweetness now being joined, okay, by that sugar note. This is certainly a fragrance I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of some time. So far, the scent profile I love. As I said, it does have something similar to Pink Sugar, which is a fragrance that I have. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna play around with it behind the scenes and see if it develops further. But at the moment, I can certainly say if you are into fruity, berry forward scents, you know, raspberry scents, that sort of thing, fluffy, sugary scent, girly, pretty scents, this really does smell pink. It's a fun fragrance. It is certainly something that I would even blindly, without even asking Maima to test, know that she will like, because this is really a pretty, you know, fragrance, a fragrance that I see, you know, these girls, influencers, not influencers like myself, but these, you know, there are some influencers out there that are super doled up. Yeah, super doled up. Exactly. I'm happy you figured that out. Yeah, it gives me Barbie doll vibes, you know, but not necessarily play doh vibes, which is something that I get from Gucci Rush. That's not the Barbie doll like plasticky head thing that I get from here, but it's really sweet and innocent smelling and fun. And this is a girl that's put together. This is a magazine ready type of character, you know, that sort of thing. So anyway, guys, enough said. Yes, for now, love this fragrance. I will see whether it develops into even deeper pages. But yes, the opening is very similar to Pink Sugar, transitioning into the florals, which is now giving it sort of like a mature thing. But for the sake of this video, because we've got a lot of fragrances to talk about, I am going to leave it at that when it comes to main character. Now we move. Let's start by isolating the Lattafa one, because I did add Lattafa Sheriff. Okay, Lattafa Sheriff. That this particular, you know, fragrance or the packaging now has a continuation because they gave us one. It was in the same DNA as Guinemate. Now we have this. Okay, I have tried this fragrance. That is why it is unboxed. Absolutely love this fragrance. This is a happy green leafy apple scent. Okay, it does have the citruses at the top there, which is the bergamot. All right, mostly that is what you're going to experience, a bergamot in a minty backdrop. Okay, now the bergamot in here is able to hold its own. I often say citruses are used as a hook line in fragrances to kind of like lure the wearer, you know, to want to explore more pages of a perfume, and sometimes they fizzle. In this, the citruses hold up from start to finish. This is going to be a spicy citric green scent with a sweetened feel of an apple, and this apple is unmistakably green as well. The DNA in itself is very similar to PDM's Greenleaf. So if you're looking for something that's going to be a great alternative with decent lasting power, this is certainly going to be a fragrance that does it for you. What makes this fragrance last a little bit longer is it is tied by those woods and the oak moss, but the oak moss in this doesn't turn this into like an off-putting green scent. It maintains its happy, fruity, minty feel about it, you know, with that gentle, powdery violet also adding into the mix. Even women can wear, okay? In as much as Greenly in itself by PDM is marketed for men, women can certainly wear this fragrance because of how it's sweet in its greenness, and it does last a great while. Now, in case you haven't put your nose on Greenly, there is something in here that reminds me a lot of YSL's Tuxedo, honestly speaking, or Roche's Moustache, right? Which is a fragrance that is also of a similar pattern to that Kismet for men. You're going to get an unmistakable tang, okay, that is in this that you will identify in either Roche's Moustache, right, or YSL Tuxedo, or that Kismet for men. So these are just examples, guys. It's not to say Greenly is like Roche's Moustache. I try here to come here and give you as many, you know, examples as I can, so as to help you with your purchases, right? So we move. The next fragrance I added, this was no questions asked, is this. Because when we were at Beauty World, I did a full review, or rather an impromptu short review of this fragrance, Dolcezza Verde. And a lot of you guys were very interested in this one, and I did promise that I am going to give you extensive reviews. And as you know, I haven't been on the PR side of Lattafa. I don't get PR from Lattafa, so I knew pretty much that I'm not going to get any Maison Alhambra, probably not going to get any Lattafas as well, but I was willing to buy these off pocket so that I can bring them to you in full size. So Dolcezza Verde is a continuation, of course, of that Dolcezza, and the original Dolcezza that comes in a black bottle that looks like this without the green aspect. I think it's a two-toned black bottle with white writing or something, is inspired by Valentina Donna, okay, born in Roma. Now this one, I believe, is, let me just see if there is any notes here. No, this, I believe, is the one that draws inspiration of the flanker, okay, of Valentina Donna, the green one, Valentina Donna for Women, the green one that they later released. I think it's this year. If it's not this year, it's last year. I've never been a Valentino girl. The only one I have is the original Valentino, okay, Donna. I don't have the Born in Roma, and I don't have the follow-ups and all sorts, because I know now they've even introduced a blush pink looking one, and so I'm not here to compare this fragrance with Valentino Donna or with Born in Roma or with the green one. I don't know why I'm not able to close this. All right, this is weird. Anyway, this is a fresh, crisp, sweet, spicy green scent. It does incorporate a floral, but that floral interprets very majestically there because of how it mixes with the spice. Okay, I'm not sure whether they've gone on to use black pepper as a spice, pink pepper as a spice, but there is a very beautiful, fizzy even spice in this fragrance. I think I can almost certainly say I love this more than I love the Dolcezza. I did bring you the Dolcezza here, and the Dolcezza in itself, though I said I'm not a Valentino Donna girl, Born in Roma girl, okay, I do not have a problem with the actual fragrance itself. I have sniffed it a couple of times, but it doesn't have that hook line thing that has ever made me want to add it to my collection. And if you're into fragrances, you'll know that fragrance has been about the block for a long time. Now this one, being a flanker to the original Valentino Donna, but in this case the green one, is pleasant to the nose. Okay, this is a sweet jasmine scented scent, but the jasmine is not pushy. Okay, so this is going to have the florals, and there is that sweetness to this fragrance which is very vanillin, making it such that the green part of it, which is the lettering here that is green, as well as it being inspired by that Valentino Donna green, is not necessarily a green fragrance to me. So if that helps, it helps. This remains sweet, it's fruity, okay, it's even juicy to an extent, and pretty spicy and sugary and very vanillin forward. Nice, pretty scent, guys. I wish I could say more, but I do not have the original to compare, and all I can say is it's a decent fragrance. In terms of lasting power, we're gonna see how it goes, because this is based off of first impressions. And if you do have the original green one, do let me know. I'd love to know, you know, whether what I said here about that spicy like black pepper thingy up at the top, making that floral very sparkly there, is what you get from the original. Then we can compare notes that way. So that's it for this one. Okay, this is supposed to be a Blue Talisman clone, and the Blue Talisman clone that I had before unfortunately went on the chopping board. Not that there was anything wrong with Art of the Universe, okay, by Lattafa. In fact, that was a very, very good fragrance. If you watched my previous declutter video, you will know that I did declutter a lot, because the Middle Eastern fragrance houses that I talk about are now like really pumping out fragrances. I knew that I wanted to get a lot out, recoup what I could, and then purchase the new ones that are coming in. So Art of the Universe by Lattafa is one fragrance that I decluttered, but I had given you a comparison of that one with Blue Talisman, okay, which is this one. When I went in store, they told me that this is Maison Alhambra's take two, the same fragrance, Blue Talisman, okay, by Ex Nihilo. It sits in a slide out box, right? For the price, the packaging is not bad, okay, but I wish they'd just put like a basic packaging than try to go overboard and then have the packaging fall apart. So this is a slide out box, but it's not a hard box. It's quite cheap looking, the box that is. But if you know, Maison Alhambras are cheaper than most of the fragrances that you would get from the Middle Eastern houses. Okay, so it says True Word. That vial I have had quite an experience with, so I will pretty much be able to tell you whether this is close, this is a great alternative, or this is a pass for me. Okay, immediately this is giving me again citruses, but these are citruses that will go away, or at least just gonna be in the back, right? Because the citruses in themselves are not coming across as very tied up, as in they would last long. But yes, it's a burst of a citrus, okay, in that ginger, and wafts of a little bit of a pear, okay, but it's super gentle. This now, having had Art of the Universe in my collection, I can certainly tell you that if you were looking for a Blue Talisman clone, okay, which is the Ex Nihilo Blue Talisman, if you were looking for a solid one, I would still say get Art of the Universe. This is more on the safer side, while Blue Talisman as well as Art of the Universe interpret as pretty solid. They have depth, okay? This is gentle. As I continue to sniff it, you know, in the spirit, it is even fizzling. So for this particular one, the True Word, I would say yes, it does vibe like Blue Talisman. If you come from a hot climate, you want something that's going to be gentle, this is going to be it. If you want something that's going to be easy on the nose, splash on, this is going to be it. I'm not saying, guys, this is a flimsy fragrance, but I'm saying what it gave me when I tried it and what it's still giving me here and now is soft vibes. But unfortunately, it's just giving me that I'm blue, da da dee, da 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 dee. It's a blue fragrance. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, guys. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.